All right, welcome back, everybody. We are. Let me get my dock up. Chat dock. And we're going to do some clear coating of a lot of baits I've been painting. So. All right. Some about. All right, let's get my clear coat epoxy. We got a lot of baits here. Lake of the Woods has sold out of my hard baits, and it is definitely top water season. So what I have done is made a lot of top water baits, and some of them are mini ploppers, wake baits, regular whopper ploppers, and an absolutely stunning 8-inch, 7.5-inch jointed wake bait, which is, as you guys know, it's like an awesome bait. Now, you gotta have a featured one, right? You gotta have one that sort of is a statement piece, right? And that one's a statement piece. It works really well. So we're going to mix our epoxy, which is 50-50. %50 epoxy. Hi, babe. And my cat is nearby. 50% epoxy, and then 50% hardener. So I'm going to do 10 milliliters total. Should be plenty for all of it. My secret sauce. If you ever wonder about my clear coat, it does have a secret sauce to it. Alright. That's the secret sauce. Well, now we gotta mix it for 3 minutes. So, these baits really are amazing. I did make some more crawfish. Got some of those on that I got in because, I keep selling the ones in my tackle box, and I really wanted one for myself. So, I just got to stir this for a few minutes. Get this activated. So, very cool. See if I'm actually on. View my channel. Oh yeah, I'm on. Good. Just activated. All right, good. So much been going on. Went fishing yesterday. A lot of dinks. Go figure after lunch. The one fish I didn't record, well, I didn't record a lot of fishes, but was my it was a 1.5 pound smallie. So you guys will. Unfortunately, I did not videotape it, so go figure. All right, we're almost there. Probably don't have to do it for 3 minutes when it's this small of an amount, but it tells me in the instructions go 3. Now the secret sauce I put in is a PPG color shifting pigment, and it gives the clear coat that sparkle. And I don't want to mess with it because my baits catch fish better than other baits. So we're going to do the big one first. And you just put a clear, nice thin coat of it on here. Don't have to put a lot because it expands. And it is such a pretty wet look to the bait. I just got to make sure I cover all areas. And so when I look at it, every spot, and I put a little bit more around the hook rash areas. I really don't want, I use Gamakatsu hooks, which is these hooks are the sharpest hooks I could possibly find that I put on this bait. This is a $30 bait, and it is worth every penny of $30. Every penny of it. It's a big bass bait. It's an ounce and a half, if you're wondering. And you need to have a heavy rod, and line. I would go straight braid to this because it is a top water, and your line's not even going to go in the water. So, but I get my replacement heavy rod this week. Wednesday it's due, which is a bummer because I'll be on the lake on Wednesday. And I'll be delivering these baits to Lake of the Woods. So, if you want to buy any of these baits that you're going to see me clear coat, you can buy them at Lake of the Woods Marina. And that is a beautiful, 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 beautiful bait. And I say that with all modesty because I would buy that bait in a second. Alright, so I gotta move some of these baits down. Okay, so, I gotta get their claws. I'm gonna get their claws. Claws. Get those. Okay, green screen. Alright. Okay, those are claws. These are very complicated baits to put together. I made blue ones and red ones. And so I think blue looks awesome. I put cracks in it. So we're going to mix this up, make sure that none of that sparkly stuff settles on the bottom. And then we're going to paint this on here like that. Get in between those little. Now, you got yellow on there and then the red. Oh, it's gorgeous. Really is a beautiful, beautiful bait too. This is one of those baits you just will have in your tackle box. It will catch. It's a very slow retrieve. The arms, the claws actually, are flailing on the left and right, and they create that clicking sound as you bring it in. Oh, that's gorgeous. It really is a good looking bait. I really like my baits. I know. I paint and I select the eyes very purposely, on these baits. So each piece of this bait is, you know, with very specific purpose. So, we'll paint the claws. Or not paint. You know what I mean. Brush on the clear coat on the claws. And voila! Yep, claws. The claws. These are $15 baits. They require 5 split rings and screws and, well, just a lot more work. And the paint job is very, well, it's not as easy. These are $15 baits. But this is one of those baits when you put in your tackle box, you're going to show your friends. And it will catch. If you do river fishing, even lake fishing, it's a great bait. It's a great bait. And once I put it all together, you know, because right now it's in sections. I mean, it looks like a real craw. And these little claws, you know, that I'm clear coating right now, make that clicking sound just like a real crawfish would make sounds with its claws. So, I'll do the blue one. The blue ones have black cracks in it. That one I put a sort of a gold crack in it. But these are so pretty. Yeah, you thinking, Mike, why'd you paint blue? Because craws do come in blue. And to a bass, they look silver. So it's quite a brilliant lure to a bass. They don't see blue, so they see blue as silver. And nobody's going to buy a silver one of these. They'll buy blue ones. It doesn't matter to the fish. They're still going to hit it. They're still going to hit it. So another claw. Claws just have, you know, they have the functionality of clicking. So these take 2 days to cure. Then I can start assembling them and fitting them with their necessary hardware. And let's make sure it's all well covered, including those hook rash areas. I hate hook rash. Hook rash is when the hook scratches your bait. I put too much effort in it for a hook to damage my bait. These are really pretty, guys. Again, they're $15 at Lake of the Woods. Just so you know. I gave one of these to a little boy. His dad confiscated it after he caught a couple bass with it. He got hung up in a tree on the other side of the lake, so he went to his cabin or his home, and he got a ladder. Still couldn't get it out of the tree. For all I know, it's still up there. So now this one right here is a wake bait, one of my favorites. And it's got holographic foil in it. So with this color shifting yellow and green, very, very, very good what should I say, effectiveness lately. Out on the lake, this color is just killer out on the lake. So I'm going to put 2 of these paper clips on it. So one pulls the drippings away from the bait. But this holographic foil inside, and I did expose it, of course, and it's just, oh, it's so brilliant in the water. Again, I've been using this exact, and the smallies are hitting it like crazy. I caught, in fact, that big smallie I caught yesterday on my BFS, that's what I caught it on, this color pattern. It's a good color combination. Really good color combination. I'm going to keep mixing because I want that glitter to always be on every coat. Really good. And just paint it on with a disposable paintbrush, because, you know, it's epoxy. Ruins the paintbrush. So, but this is a color shifting paint that I put on this, gold and green, so it matches the foil inside, and so this entire bait is just, oh, you should see it in the water. It looks like a fish, a feeder fish. It looks so good in the water. You gotta see it. It's just sick. It really is. You guys, if you go to Lake of the Woods this week and you see these baits, grab them. I'm not kidding you. These baits, right now, Lake of the Woods with 75-degree water, are going to be magic. And with that warm water, the crawfish in the lake are bright red. So, but still, that bait, that's a collector's bait. The other one, the crawfish, if I bought it, I probably wouldn't throw it. Again, I'd have it in my tackle box and show my buddy, you ever seen anything like that? He go, where'd you get it? Oh, it's custom. You can't just buy these things. That's what I would say. Hey, fishing and fun. So I am clear clothing this week's shipment to Lake of the Woods. And this wake bait right here doesn't show real good on the green screen, but because it's green, it's a gold to green color shift with a holographic foil in the middle. This thing is killer out on the water right now. Well, we got one more to do with those, and I am. I'm gonna go to Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. I have to do some shopping, finish up the laundry, because I've been doing laundry today. Got one more load in right now, just a real small load. But the 2 big loads I already did. Yep. 3 teenagers. You do big loads. One of my kids is up in Portland. She drove up there with a girlfriend of hers and doing a little sightseeing in Portland. Go to the EMP Museum, which is one of my favorite places to go in not Portland, Seattle. I love the EMP Museum. It's a Star Trek museum in there. And my family can't get me out. And then you just go into a room and you just start rocking out on, playing the guitar or drums. I'm a drummer. So. All right. So now, let's get these bigger ones done. These are larger whopper ploppers. Whopper plopper. Gotta have whopper ploppers. They're working really good on the lake right now. And again, anybody who goes, I'm trying to catch any trout around here recently. Catch right now is blue. You gotta go deep. I mean, trout are 40 feet down in my lake. You just gotta go real deep. Water's just so warm. And those trout are cold water fish, so they're going to be diving. So use a water bobber technique and fill that water bobber with, empty the air out of it, and put a barrel swivel, 3 to 5 foot leader on it, and then load it up with power bait. And just wait, because they'll come. I mean, shoo. Lake of the Woods, you can catch 50 trout a day with that technique. You'll be pulling them up all the time, but you got to go deep. Just got to go deep. I mean, unless you're in like a river with cold water, you're not going to catch anything shallow practically. I mean, it can happen, but trout will die in warm water, so they're not going to hang out in the shallows. Not going to hang out in the shallows. Okay, so I'll just keep the plopper, the propeller, like that, so I don't get any clear coat on that. Yeah, but that was a beautiful whopper plopper. Really pretty. I like it. It'll catch tons of bass, big and small. This one. This one requires a medium strength action rod. The 10 to 12 pound test. Use fluorocarbon. Always use fluorocarbon if you can. It's expensive, but it's better. Totally invisible in the water. But again, this is a top water, so you really can do anything you want. Because your water, it's not going. I'll try that next time. Yeah, do that. It fill that water. The bubble bobber. Take all air out of it. Then add a barrel swivel, 3 to 5 foot leader, and hook. And voila, you'll catch them. I will. You'll have your limit in no time. You really will. I know this because I've seen it work over and over and over again. Plus, I always go to my experts at the lake, and that are really good at trout fishing, because I don't trout fish. I only catch trout because they're stupid, and they're sharing the water column with my bass. But you do that. The water bobber technique is really interesting. Most people leave some air in it, but don't. It has sort of a neutral buoyancy, so when you let it sink, it gives the power bait more action because it's floating above it. So it is just so. It just gives it some life. And do not tighten the line. Give it slack. That's an important thing too. Give it slack, and if you give it slack, the fish will grab it, swallow it, and run. If you have tight lines on it, um, he'll feel the resistance and let loose of it. So slack it up. Slack it up. But you'll see him jump out of the water and you're thinking, wow, that's cool. What's he doing that for? That's because he's got your hook in his mouth. He don't like it. I had a bass yesterday. Almost swallowed the hook. I had to do some serious surgery on that poor thing. I thought he was going to die. It's not like I could have kept him because he was a little guy. But those little guys, they get real aggressive. And our lake is full of baby bass right now. So you catch a lot of dinks in the day. So that's why I go with the big bass lures for the big bass, because the little guys cannot put that in their mouth. It's an 8/0 hook. And you're not going to get that. Or even a 1/0. So that is a gorgeous bait. It really is. That's going to be a good seller. It's only 4 of them. So now we got micro poppers. These are micro poppers. These are little guys. And for those trout fishermen out there that want to catch a bass, well, this is what you're going to use. Because they got really light line, fast action rods. This is a finesse whopper plopper popper. And I made it in sort of a pink and white. And then a color shifting gold to maroon. Really pretty. And these things are, we got to put some extra little pin on this. There we go. I'm gonna sort of bend these because the I gotta put it in the so I gotta bend this like this in order to get it in, hook the inside or in the mouth, because there's no room in this little guy to do it any other way. Voila. Do this hopefully before that, while the epoxy still has some life to it. Keep stirring it. Just keep stirring it. Keep that epoxy has about a 30 minute lifespan to it. That's why you don't mix a lot of it when you're doing a lot of baits. But yeah, it's I don't know what else is new this week. I mean, I was talking to one of the owners yesterday, Lake of the Woods. I'm curious about. They want to install a disability fishing dock. They've been it's been in the works for years, but the trick is in national forests is getting it approved. And so it still isn't approved. And I'm thinking, how can that not be approved? I mean, it's a fishing dock for disabled people, veterans, people, anybody. And yet they can't get approval for it. In a world that we live in of ADA and stuff like that, you would think that would be an easy one. I told George to send me information over to me, and maybe I can use my radio show and get a little visibility. I fished at a lake in L.A. Well, it's just north of L.A., Castaic, and in the lagoon they had a disability fishing dock, and it was really nice because I was disabled badly at the time, and I could go fishing. So, all right, let's get that. I got all those done. Now these are whopper ploppers too, but the propeller's not on it. I just put that long shaft a little bit in there so it allows me to paint it and hold it. It's such a little thing. I mean, it's just a little itty bitty thing. But yeah, we just gotta paint that out, or you know what I mean, clear coat it. Get its mouth. Open up. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Really is a beautiful, beautiful bait. I say that all the time, but you know what? It's right all the time. Now the baits I usually keep in my box are the ones I messed up in painting. Doesn't matter. Fish don't care. You guys care, but if I make a mistake on the paint, oversprayed it or double tapped or something like that, I can't really put it in a box and sell it to you guys. So, because you're thinking, no, look at that, that's sloppy. Fish don't care. Fish don't care. So yesterday, I gave away 5 baits yesterday at the lake. This one lady came up to me on her sup, and she's a fisherwoman, and so I gave her a little whopper plopper. She was totally shocked, and she must have showed her boy, and sent her boy to the marina to buy some of my baits. Well, they are sold out. So he came up to me, and he's about 10 years old, and I'm a sucker. I just am a sucker. A little boy comes up and wants a bait. I'm trying to put my boat in my truck, take it apart and put it in my truck, and he asked, I find him a bait, and I give him a bait. Well, he told his friends. Look at what that man just gave me. So I had 2 other little boys come up to me. So I'm going through all my tackle box and I'm thinking, what can I give these kids that would work? The one guy looked at me. He goes, you better pack up quick or else you're going to run out of baits. So I look at these boys fishing poles, they're fishing line. I want to not overload them. So they both had braid line, which is unusual for kids to be fishing with braid. You can cast farther with it. And so anyway, so I give those 2 kids, some baits. And then on my way home, I kind of ran a stop sign, and I did that kind of, obviously on purpose, but there's a turn right out of Lake of the Woods that people just speed around, and I drive a stick. So I kind of left it in second and sort of went through the stop sign, and a cop was there. And in order for me to get up to speed faster, because people just come around that corner pretty fast, and it's highway, so they're coming at about 70 miles an hour, and so the cop pulls me over, and I deserved it. I ran it. I don't argue it. Those guys have a tough job, so I'm just being as nice as possible and very respectful to the young man. Trooper Mitchell, really nice young man, very professional, very. dignified. I like the kid. He was a nice young man. And tells me I got no registration on my truck. I'm thinking, how did I not register it last year? And I'm going through my glove compartments. But it's just one of those things you don't pay attention to. You know, if you don't get a notice in the mail, to be honest, you just don't register your vehicle if nobody reminds you. And evidently my truck is not registered for this year. So Monday I gotta go to the DMV and register my truck for this year and next year, or at least this year. But I looked at him. I said, you know, I apologize. I go, it's pure oversight. I go, my boat's registered. I go, I don't do this. I mean, but he was a really nice young man. He let me off with a warning. And, you know, when you drive a stick, you know, if you come, getting up to highway speeds takes a little bit longer than an automatic. And that turn where that guy was sort of, you know, perched at, he knows. He goes, yeah, people do. And then he looked at my eyes. He goes, if you had a drink today, sir. I go, lots of water. I go, I've been fishing all day long. And I go, why do you ask? He goes, well, your eyes are bloodshot. And, you know, but I don't smell any alcohol on you. I go, that's because I don't drink. I go, I have a blood condition that restricts my alcohol consumption dramatically. And I go, but I've been on the lake all day. He goes, yeah, looking out at the water and the sun, and that would make your eyes bloodshot. I go, yeah, it does. I go, hopefully I'm not driving like I'm drunk. But he was a nice young man. He really was a nice young man. And he let me off with a warning, and I really appreciated that. But, you know, I deserved it. You know, the fact, clerical error, you know, that happens. And then I did run that stop sign, so I was on my way home yesterday. All right, so these are done. These have to cure now for a day at least. With the warmth and that, it'll probably take a day. So I'll fit these tomorrow and tomorrow night. And I gotta go to the DMV on Monday. I mean, I don't want to, but I have to. So now I have to do some shopping. I gotta finish the laundry up there and then do some shopping. I gotta go to Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. It's just such a... What the heck is that? I don't know what that was. Oh, can I do that again? Oh yeah, I can. I have no idea how I'm doing it or why it's doing it. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Got these babies all done. Just look at these. This was those are them. All these, all of these. With the green screen on, you really don't see the green colors or any kind of hue of them. So, kind of a bummer, but they look good. Take my word for it. Lake of the Woods this week. These baits will be there. Should be there Wednesday. And I usually put instructions in each one, handwritten instructions on how to retrieve these baits. So, and then, you know, anything that requires, you know, more, you know, like a medium action. You know, the big one, that's 1.5 ounces. So you're going to need a heavy rod. And recommend, you know, 20 to 30 pound braid in order to cast it. I use 30. Safe than sorry. It is a floating bait, so I mean, you just go retrieve it. If you lose that bait, you're gonna if you're not in a boat, you're gonna go swim for it. Because that bait is stunningly gorgeous. Oh, you're gonna be fishing tomorrow? Cool, very nice. Now I'll finish these up and then probably paint some more, and I'll be on the lake Monday. I try to do my radio show, record that and edit it, and then I could go Tuesday maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I always go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but because of my radio show, I'm only doing it Wednesday and Friday, and but to do 2 days in a row, it's really hard. Have you noticed that I've lost weight? 37 pounds. Yeah, I'm starting to get cheeks. My cheekbones are showing instead of cheeks. Well, that's the way I looked a little while ago. 3 months ago, I looked like that. And now I've got, my face has gotten thin. My neck is starting to show up again. My feet are almost visible to me. Another 78 pounds, 80 pounds, about 80 pounds. And this new program that Sky Lakes has called Wellness, for the, it basically they brainwash you, they educate you over and over and over and over all the different aspects of food and how it affects your body. And so now when I pick food, I'm very, very specific. I can still eat anything I want. It's not a diet, but I can still, I just do it thinking about what it's going to do for me. Is it good for me, bad for me, portion size. I try to stay under 1,700 calories a day. And but that's kind of what I do, and that's working. I lose about 3 pounds about 3 pounds a week is what I'm losing. It's been 10 weeks, so it's been 3.5 pounds a week, and that's worked out very, very well for me. And by the end of the year, I want to be under 200 pounds, and I think I can do that. So, and I can bend over a lot more now. I mean, I can, in my boat, I used to not be able to bend over and get stuff off of the bottom of my boat, and or pull up my transducer, or bring in the anchor. Those things are so much easier for me now. It is so much easier. So I'm looking forward. I mean, like I said, I actually have, look at that. I mean, cheekbones. I don't know. Who would have guessed that under all that fat I had cheekbones? You take care of fish and fun. And remember, go deep and go slow for those trout. And if you want to catch some top water, use a whopper plopper up on the top near the shorelines. You'll be catching those bass like crazy. So take care, everybody.